All right, so I want to talk about the very first thing that I see people doing that is going to hinder them becoming successful in financial coaching, and that is worrying about anything other than getting a client. When you're starting out, here is the temptation, and I see this all the time. People want to talk about what their company name is, making sure they set up an LLC, what's their logo look like, where do they get it, what kind of material should they have, should they create a workbook, what invoicing program are people using? Do you want to have a domain name instead of just a Gmail account? All of that is worthless. I would tell you what, if people want to work with you as a financial coach, they will work with you as a financial coach, and they will work with you because of who you are, not because of what your name is, not because of what your logo is. There's a phrase out there, minimum viable product, and you really have to prove out that you can run this program, run your program, serve a client, do good by them, and that will justify the next step. There's just a number of things that I could nitpick about this, but I've seen people ask about invoicing programs and using different software programs like bookkeeping, like QuickBooks or FreshBooks, and all that's great, and I use a lot of those things myself, but if you don't have a client and you're not sending out invoices, you don't have to worry about it. And I tell you what, if you have one client or 5 clients or 10 clients, you don't need an invoicing program. I tell you, you can do it through PayPal. You can do it through a lot of free tools like Square or whatever. Or in a lot of cases, you might just need to send a paper bill. And if you have less than 10 clients, that is not hard to manage. If you are obsessed about trying to figure out systems and building up the infrastructure on your business, you are working in the business, not on the business, and you are distracting yourself from going out and getting clients. Now, I know that all this is going to sound overly harsh, but the reality is most people that come in and talk to me about what they're doing wrong, they are talking about operational things, and they don't have a single client. They don't have a single war story to share. What I want to do is get you in front of clients, working with people, sharing actual stories about cases that you're working on, reaching out to other financial coaches for advice and ideas, because that's where the rubber meets the road. And if you're doing all of that, you will have people coming to you and you'll be able to send them bills and make money. But you don't have to do any of this stuff like figuring out what's a good ergo chair or what's a nice computer monitor or who uses different online scheduling programs. None of that absolutely matters. And it's funny to me because a lot of financial coaches will send me their online calendaring to set up a time because they have questions, and I will look and there isn't a single time that's not available for weeks and weeks and weeks. And so that also says to me, hey, you have systems set up, but you actually don't need them, and that's the key. In fact, everything from scheduling to high-end account aggregation, budgeting portals are out there free, and a lot of them are great, but you're not going to know what you need and what your clients are asking for until you start working with clients. So stop checking off the different boxes of all these different products and services that you can have. The only thing that really matters is you and your capability and what that client needs. And if you make those things match up, then you're going to be set, and you're going to be able to go out and build this up as you are acquiring clients. So stop focusing on that stuff. Focus on getting clients. We'll have much more on this coming up soon.